Good morning everyone, it's day 3 of BroadwayCon. I'm just about to leave the hotel and I'm very excited. First thing on the list is a panel about theatre and feminism with Betsy, Wolfe and Philippa. So I am very excited. So let's go.
Togetherness and the more awareness that there is, then I believe that eventually there will be this like reckoning and an understanding and then a shifting and a changing of the way things happen and the way things are working. So for me it's, you know, it's a little like you said, it's like kind of like you're walking on eggshells, but then like the ground kind of gets a little bit firmer, and I feel like we're all getting a little bit stronger, and it's exciting.
And is that empowerment that you feel, or that sense of self that you feel, which I think is so extraordinary, do you feel like that's something that's always been in you? Do you feel like that's been taught? Do you feel like it's been learned?
I think it's in all of us, and that we just have to be reminded of it from time to time, because it's a hard world to live in. But I think like things like this, getting to talk with your contemporaries and friends, being inspired by each other. Like, you know, whenever I'm going through a hard time, I go to my loved ones, I go to my husband, I go to my friends, and we sort of talk about it, or let that lead us to something else, or say, hey, why don't we, you know, why don't we go see something? Why don't we expose ourselves to some art to sort of like get our minds out of this and gain some perspective? So I highly like rely on my community.
Well, I'm sure I could say that you have insecurities too. I have insecurities, so that's like what? Well, but I mean, it's interesting you say that. You know, because of social media, a lot of like, you know, I'll have interactions with fans and friends and people either at the stage door or on social media, and a lot of it I've noticed is you know, you're so beautiful, or you know, there's a certain image of like what it is that we're doing and what people put out there, and I'm just as guilty of it too as I think the next person, because obviously I'm wanting to show the fun things that I'm doing, but sometimes I don't show what real life looks like, and so there's, you know, I very much am human. I have like horrible days, I've got decent days, I have days where things don't go my way, I have insecurities and doubts. The other day, I was talking to my best friend on the phone saying like, yeah, I'm just not sure how I feel about this. I'm a little worried about something. I'm feeling uncomfortable about a certain situation, what happened, you know, and it was without getting too deep about it. And he goes, hold on, I'm seeing a bus pass by with your face on it. So he goes, just a reminder when you worry that you're not necessarily, you know, and I'm not saying that that's like what makes it okay, but I think that there's, just because certain things are happening, and just because we're in shows or you know, whatnot, lives are not perfect, lives are messy, but I don't think I would want it any other way, because the messy is, I think, what makes it so freaking fantastic then when it's working. I encourage the messy. The whole, life is messy.
When you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people having an experience and sharing an experience, something happens to you, to all of us, that our hearts start beating in sync. Like, it actually happens. So these moments where we can actually come together, talk, watch something, experience something together, are really important. And that's why I love the theater, especially, because I feel like I can share an experience with a group of people, and hopefully we can learn something about each other just by sitting next to each other and listening together. And so I carry that forward with me, and I hope that the rest of the world gets to experience this, which it won't. But you know, our job, right, is to spread that and to make our reach, to send our signals wider. And that's a proactive choice too. It's not just going to happen on its own.
Please join me in thanking these two remarkable
to the 3rd annual BroadwayCon First Look. Today, you're going to be the first people to get a sneak peek at upcoming Broadway shows. That is such a privilege. Yes! We want to send our shows out to their Broadway debuts with love and support, so please, please help spread the word. You know, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and then get your tickets. Because I am lucky enough to be back on Broadway this upcoming season. Thank you. In the new musical comedy, The Prom!
Okay, so we are so excited to share this show, The Prom, with you guys, and to give you a sneak peek and get you, hopefully, as excited as we are about it. And this a truly wildly funny, so touching, and really relevant new show. And we're thrilled that you're here to look at it, so thank you. I play Barry Glickman, and Miss Beth Level plays Dee Dee Allen. And a big stretch for Dee Dee. And so we play two relatively vain Broadway stars who have just opened in our new, huge Broadway musical, Eleanor the Musical, the story of Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor! At the opening night party, we find out that the show has been eviscerated by the New York Times. And the show is going to close on opening night. And we are, of course, ruined by it. And more specifically, the New York Times goes on to tell that the two of us are out of touch. So we decide, along with our Broadway pals, Trent Oliver, who's played by Chris Sieber, Angie, who is played by Angie Schwar, and our press representative, Sheldon, played by Josh Lehman. And so we all get together, and Beth and I are feeling very depressed about this, of course, and we decide that we want to change lives in a different way, in a real way, and to go out in the world and do something good, and become celebrity activists. And so we look for a cause, and we come across this trending story of a young girl, a high school girl, who is a lesbian and wanted to take her girlfriend to the prom, and the PTA reacted by canceling it. And needless to say, we are not so happy about that. So we decide we are going to go down to Edgewater, Indiana, and make picket signs and have a rally and change the world and save the day. Cut to Edgewater, Indiana, where we meet that girl, Emma, played by the beautiful Caitlin Kinnunen. And we find her stuck in the middle of this meeting at the high school gym, dealing with the problem at hand. headed by the lovely Courtney Collins playing the not so lovely
Mrs. Green. I am playing Mrs. Green. She is the president of the PTA at Edgewater High, and I and my co-parents are vehemently opposed to Emma bringing her same-sex partner to the prom.
And I'm Michael Potts, and I play the principal at Edgewater High School, who wants to promote inclusivity to his students.
All right, you're telling us that the state's attorney is forcing us to hold a prom?
The state's attorney wants us to hold an inclusive prom, yes, because that's what they feel best reflects America's values. What is this about, Emma?
I just wanted to go to my prom like any other kid.
But you can, because some of the people in this room are homophobic. I know the unfamiliar can be frightening, but the fact is, a young girl at this school stood up and asked us to take a closer look at our beliefs. So, ask yourselves, what is it you find so frightening about homosexuals?
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! What you people are doing is wrong.
Excuse me, who are you?
Seriously? I am Broadway's Barry Glickman, sir. So, where is the lesbian kid? Hi. I'm Barry. What's your name?
Emma?
Emma. Don't you worry, Emma. You are not alone. I am as gay as a bucket of wigs. A bucket of them! And I have come all the way from New York City to save you.
Excuse me.
Shame! Shame!
What is going on? Who the hell are you people?
We are liberal Democrats from Broadway.
And we have come to pry open your tiny little minds. Where the hell is Dee Dee?
I want to tell the people whatever this town's called.
Oh my God, you're Dee Dee Allen.
You bet your ass I am. I know what's going on here, and frankly, I'm appalled.
What are you doing here?
I am changing the world. Excuse me. I read 3/4 of a news story and knew I had to come. And unless I am doing the miracle worker, I won't play blind, deaf, and dumb. Listen intervene through fiery song and dance breaks.
To come to the prom with us this fall. Happy BroadwayCon, and we will see you at the prom.
Mother ocean, I have heard you call.
Wanted to sail upon your waters since I was 3 feet tall.
You've seen it all.
Watch the men who rode you switch from sail to steam.
And in your belly you hold the treasures that you have ever seen.
Most of them dream.
Most of them dream.
Yes, I am a pirate.
200 years too late.
Now I don't know where I'm gonna go when I'm up a cane of love. Come on now. I don't know where I'm gonna go when I'm up a cane of love. Ground she moving under me.
Sadly, I've just been at the main stage to watch the first look, which was really fun because they showed us bits of Escape to Margaritaville, and I've forgotten all of the show's names now, at the prom, which sounds really fun actually. They performed a couple of songs and it sounded really good. What else? There were two other shows and I've totally forgotten their names now. But yeah, it was really fun to get a little first look, and I just popped back into the marketplace to see if there's anything else, like last bits that I want to pick up. But I don't think there is anything else. I think I'm good. I picked up quite a lot of stuff, so my bank account could probably do with a break. So yeah, I just thought I'd have one last little wander and then go back to the main stage to see the closing ceremony. I'll talk to you more later on about everything that I did this morning, because I didn't really talk about it because I've just kind of been here, there and everywhere really. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see how excited everyone is at the closing ceremony, even though it's going to be really sad. Oh well.
Incredible days of workshops, panel discussions, Broadway game night, anybody? It has been absolutely tremendous. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of love that I have felt as I walked around the Javits Center over the last 3 days. Question for you. What was your favorite part? Scream it now. What was your favorite moment? That is so weird, me too. You know her and love her as the star of Natasha Pierre in the Great Comet of 1812. Please welcome Danae Benton. We're going to play a little bit of BroadwayCon Connect the Dots here, because having you back here is a special moment. This is year 3 of BroadwayCon. Yes. You can hoop and cheer and clap at any time. It is welcome. Anything, don't hold back. Year one at BroadwayCon, through a very special video announcement by one and only Josh Groban. Josh came to BroadwayCon via video and announced that Danae would be playing the lead role in Natasha Pierre in the Great Comet of 1812. Since then, Danae went on to play the role, received a Tony Award nomination for her performance as Natasha. Tell me about what has the ride been since that moment, since Josh announced you, to 2 years later down the road?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I got like a PhD in being an adult. It was, yeah. It's just, you are thrown into your dreams becoming a reality and everything that comes along with that. The highs and the lows and the taxes, and it's, you know, it's a lot.
You think it's all glamour, that tax bracket changes.
It changes, but I mean, it was a dream, and like, just the learning experience and getting to work. I mean, Josh was just the kindest, most lovely person to get to do that with. Yeah.
Were you, today, would you say, growing up, were you a big theater fan? Were you, would you say you were a theater geek?
Yes. Like, if BroadwayCon had existed and I could talk my parents into flying me from Florida, I would have been here. Definitely.
I absolutely would have been too. We would have found each other out there and been like, oh my gosh, we're wearing matching cosplay.
Exactly.
So when you were here that first year and Josh made the announcement, you sang, and for many of us debuted No One Else.
Yeah, it was my first time.
First time singing it publicly. Would you sing it for us now?
I don't know, should I? All right, if you insist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Danae Benton.
light burst into the room, and I saw your eyes, and I saw your smile, and the world opened wide, and the world was inside of me. And I catch my breath, and I laugh and blush, and I hear guitars. You are so good for me. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't you remember joy and life inside our souls, and nobody knows, just you and me. It's our secret. This winter sky, how can anyone sleep? There was never such a night before. I feel like putting my arms around my knees and squeezing tight as possible and
Before we begin, I want you to know that I rehearsed this for about 6 or 7 hours.
Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. Behold these truths to be self-evident, that I'm an uncreated equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! And we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. 'Cause I'm the crown, by Thomas Paine. So let's say that I'm intense.
Stephanie.
I got the funk.
You do have the funk, and when you have the funk, don't fight it.
It lives in me, brother. Hi, Ben.
This is how every conversation we have should
Hi,
start.
Broadway theater nerds who I totally love.
What makes Broadway magical to you, Stephanie?
I think that it is a living, breathing thing. We have so much that, and this is no disrespect to the other mediums, but TV, film, even the social media, it kind of just goes out there and technology brings it back and we relate to it in a way that's completely different when it's on a human level. And theater, I'm so happy to say, is so alive and well because of you guys. And I think the humanity and the storytelling that it brings still has that energy that changes every single night, changes every single performance, changes every single song.
If you had come to BroadwayCon
Yeah.
and you were cosplaying, who would you have cosplayed as?
I don't even know what that word is, brother. What's cosplay?
Cosplay. I'll give you a visual aid.
Okay.
Stand up to see right there, that little crazy person.
Oh, yes, you are a cosplay.
Cosplay, yeah, it's when we dress up,
Okay.
Sandy over there, yeah.
If I were to come,
When we dress up as our
BroadwayCon.
favorite, I would have been the Phantom of the Opera,
Okay.
or Javert
Okay.
from Les Mis.
Okay.
Or
Stop
maybe
talking.
a hybrid.
Stop talking. Okay, I would have been Barbara Streisand in the movie Funny Girl. You are woman, I am man. That dress is out of control. That would have been, I learned a word, guys. I'm gonna use cosplay until It's exhausting.
Do you have any final thoughts for young performers out there who love this, or performers of any of it?
I have to come down to the lip of stage because I gotta be closer to you. As he mentioned, we all were you. I think you're remarkable. I love that you come full force in the costume, heart on your sleeve. I think as an artist, I also mentioned this a little earlier today, we are asked to be vulnerable and yet thick-skinned, and you guys just come completely open and completely grateful and completely lovely, and you have to know when you go back out into that big, bad New York world or wherever you're gonna end up, stay that way. Don't let it harden you. Don't listen. Just if something like that happens, get on the Instagram and tweet. That's not even the same thing. I am so not on fleek right now.
But suddenly they both utilize hashtags.
That's true, but listen to your cast recordings. Reach out to us. Know that you're special, know that we see you, know that we are so appreciative of you, and just be your effing selves. Thank you so much.
I love that. Give it up for Stephanie J. Black. And now please welcome co-founders of BroadwayCon. None of us would be here without them. Melissa Anelli and Anthony Rapp.
You know, this has been a really crazy year, that 2017 that we lived through. I think most people in this room would probably agree. We had this to look forward to. We hope you had this to look forward to. I think this has proven that this community can create an oasis of hope and positivity and love and joy in this sort of sea of nonsense that we're having to navigate these days. So thank you. You know, you help lift us up, and we hope we help lift you up.
You know, we are, the people who make this convention are the people who want to go to this convention, and that is how we make the convention. What would we want? And so thank you for, a lot of you have been coming up to me and to Anthony and to the rest of our staff saying thank you for this weekend, but thank you for bringing the energy that you brought this weekend, because that's what made it work.
Say the neon lights are bright on Broadway.
They say there's always magic in the air. Walking down the street, and you ain't had enough to eat. The glitter rubs right off when you're